This is a Renault Kiger, specifically the RXL variant, which sits above the base variant. Now you see, for 2025, Renault has updated the entire Kiger lineup and given all the variants some new features. Now this particular variant, I believe, has benefited the most when it comes to the additional features. All yours for 6.85 lakhs ex-showroom. The RXL variant of the Kiger represents good value and it also looks good. But is it the most amount of car you can get for your money? Nope. There is one other car which is slightly more affordable than this car, and it also comes with slightly more features. We will get to that alternative model a little bit later in this video, but for now, let's check out what the RXL variant has to offer when it comes to new features. On the outside, let me talk you through the changes on this RXL variant. Now, this is of course one above the base variant, so it doesn't get all the bells and whistles that the most expensive Kiger gets. So for instance, you have halogen headlights instead of an all LED setup. The tire size, well, it's exactly the same as the top end Kiger, but here you have wheel covers and not alloys. The wing mirrors, well, they are electrically adjustable, but they do not fold on their own. You have to manually fold them. And lastly, the roof rails, well, these are only for aesthetics. These are not your proper roof rails on which you can attach things. This is only for show. At the rear, well, you're not missing out on a whole lot compared to the other variants. On this RXL, you don't get a rear wiper and a defogger. Well, that's pretty much it, because you get a rear camera. The taillight setup is also the same as the most expensive Kiger. Inside the RXL variant, well, new features include this 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Renault has also added steering mounted audio controls to this variant as part of the new features list. But in terms of other features that the RXL variant always had, you get a manual AC, you also get powered windows for all the 4 windows, you get electrically adjustable mirrors, even though they are not electrically foldable. Now, that is pretty much all the modern features that this variant gets. Now, in terms of features that you're missing out on if you opt for this variant, well, you don't get push button start. You still have to use this good old key to start the Kiger. You also don't get wireless phone charging, and well, in terms of other features that you're missing out on, I can't think of a lot that you don't get in this car, which makes it pretty good value. Now, the Kiger range can be had with 2 engine options, both of which are 1-liter engines. One is the naturally aspirated version and one is a turbo engine. Now, the RXL variant is limited with the naturally aspirated version only, which makes around 71 horsepower and 96 Newton meters of torque. This engine is also paired with a 5-speed AMD gearbox, whereas the turbo engine gets a proper CVT automatic gearbox. Now, that engine is only available in the top 2 trims of the Kiger, and it is mated to a CVT gearbox, and it makes around 99 horsepower and 152 Newton meters of torque. So if not the Kiger RXL, what else can you buy for around rupees 7 lakhs? Well, here we have 3 other crossover vehicles which more or less serve the same purpose. At this price point, you can get the base variant of the Maruti Suzuki Fronx, or one above the base variant of the Nissan Magnite or the Hyundai Exter. As you can see, the Fronx and the Exter come with the biggest engine, but it's the Fronx which makes the most amount of power and torque. It is also the longest car here, but only slightly over the Magnite and the Kiger. The wheelbase on the Fronx is also the largest, although it's the Kiger which has the biggest boot on paper and the highest ground clearance. Looking at the features on all the cars here, it's pretty clear that you get a lot more for your money if you go for either the Kiger or the Magnite. And if you're someone who wants the maximum number of features for a minimum outlay, then it's actually the Magnite, which not only offers more features than the Kiger, but it's also more affordable by rupees 20,000. The Vizia Plus variant of the Magnite, which is priced at rupees 6.64 lakhs, comes with 6 airbags, 60/40 split rear seat, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, TPMS, and a rear wiper as standard. So there you have it, the 2025 Renault Kiger RXL variant, which for around rupees 8 lakh on road represents good value considering all the additional features, and you also end up with a car with a bit of road presence because of the SUV-like form factor. Now, if you want something else for similar money which isn't an SUV, and if you want something which is more practical and spacious, then you can also look at the Renault Kiger RXL variant, which costs around 6.99 lakhs ex-showroom. Now for that much money, you get an entry-level MPV with a third row which is surprisingly spacious, and the seat itself is not uncomfortable at all. So what's it going to be for rupees 7 lakhs ex-showroom, the RXL variant of the Kiger or the Triber? Let us know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.